Neanderthals are an extinct group of fossil humans that appeared in western Eurasia in the mid-Middle Pleistocene and shared the stage with the first modern humans arriving in Europe from around 45,000 years ago, before disappearing from the fossil record around 40,000 years ago. Neanderthals were a highly successful group, having adapted well to the unpredictable climate of a region in which advancing and retreating ice sheets were no strangers. Their short, stocky build made them sturdy and powerful, while their large brains fueled their capability of hunting even the biggest Ice Age creatures such as mammoths or woolly rhinoceros. We, modern humans, are tied to Neanderthals in many ways, from sharing a common ancestor down the line, back in Africa between c. 550,000 c. 750,000 years ago, to coexisting in Europe for some time. There, the two must have competed for resources, but are also known to have interbred with each other, causing the Neanderthals to have had a genetic impact on us still visible in our DNA today. Another human species, the Denisovans, are tied to the Neanderthals even more closely than us modern humans are. The two are sister groups that diverged from a common ancestor more than 390,000 years ago, perhaps between 430,000 to 473,000 years ago, a later split than that with modern humans. The Denisovans are so far only known from Denisova Cave in the Altai Mountains in Siberia, a site at which Neanderthal remains have also been found. The most astonishing discovery made there, and a very direct example of the fact that Neanderthals also interbred with the Denisovans, came in 2012 CE, when a long bone fragment dated to between c. 80,000 and 120,000 years old was found that belonged to a female who had a Neanderthal mother and a Denisovan father. Until the late 20th century, Neanderthals were regarded as genetically, morphologically, and behaviorally distinct from living humans. However, more recent discoveries about this well-preserved fossil Eurasian population have revealed an overlap between living and archaic humans. Neanderthals lived before and during the last ice age of the Pleistocene in some of the most unforgiving environments ever inhabited by humans. They developed a successful culture with a complex stone tool technology that was based on hunting, with some scavenging and local plant collection. Their survival during tens of thousands of years of the last glaciation is a remarkable testament to human adaptation. When the first Neanderthal fossils were dug up in the early 19th century CE, they were not immediately recognized as a kind of archaic human. Instead, the skeleton's peculiar anatomy, which clearly differed from modern humans, was explained away as resulting from diseases such as rickets. However, after a skeleton was discovered in the Neander Valley in Germany in 1856 CE, the subsequent research was influenced by the publication of Darwin's On the Origin of Species in 1859 CE, and the ball began to roll. By 1864 CE, the mysterious skeletons had been assigned to the species Homo neanderthalensis. Neanderthals share a common ancestor with modern humans in Africa. They are usually identified as Homo. Both the powerful build and amount of trauma seen in Neanderthals indicate they were active hunters. And what we know about the high reliance on meat in their diet ties in with the amount of energy hunting would have required. They ate mostly herbivore meat, from mammals such as bison, wild cattle, reindeer, deer, ibex, and wild boar. Interestingly, the very largest of the Ice Age herbivores, woolly mammoths, and woolly rhinoceros, actually represent a large part of the Neanderthal diet. It would have been no mean feat to bring these animals down, even for a coordinated group of skilled hunters, which the Neanderthals would have been. Besides meat, there was also a strong plant component to their diet, most likely consisting of legumes and grasses, seeds and fruits. Moreover, it is clear that Neanderthals cooked their food, and maybe even knew medicinal uses of plants. Around 55,000 years ago, the main wave of modern humans that had left Africa met the Neanderthals in the Near and Middle East, where they interbred. This was not the first time the two species met, however, there is also some evidence of genetic exchange between the two species happening roughly 100,000 years ago, possibly in the Near East. The later event of 55,000 years ago left the biggest genetic mark on our species, and from the Near East modern humans then spread across Eurasia, reaching Europe at the earliest around 45,000 years ago. They came in much larger numbers, both in group size and overall population density, than the present Neanderthals, who suddenly faced competition for resources. Not long after, around 40,000 years ago, the Neanderthals vanished from the fossil record. Besides competition, another factor that may have played a role in the Neanderthals' disappearance is the climate, which was much more unstable around that time than previously recognized. This may have stressed their population, which was already many times smaller than the invading modern humans' numbers, leaving them vulnerable to their impact. You are pretty much a Neanderthal. While it's been more than 5 million years since we parted ways with chimps, it has been only 400,000 since human and Neanderthal lineages split. If you're Asian or Caucasian, your ancestors interbred with Neanderthals as recently as 37,000 years ago, when they crossed paths in Europe. In any case, we lost our chance at conversation, since they died out some 25,000 years ago. Their last refuge was Gibraltar.
Thank you for accompanying us so far. For your support. Thank you for commenting on the subscriber and how you felt about this video.